All right, guys. Appreciate you being here. Obviously, sluggish first half, and certainly hurt ourselves more than anything, but credit to them. Southern Miss certainly did some things, especially on defense. It caused us a couple issues in protection. Some pretty good halftime adjustments, particularly by the defense to go out and have the type of second half that they had, shut down the run, shut down the pass, create great field position opportunities for us. With a punt return by Tyreek Stevenson. And offensively, we got going, scored 20 points in the second half, but didn't finish drives, okay, and didn't finish them as much as because of what they did, as much as to what we did to ourselves. So certainly, when you're 1-0 for the week, that's your goal, but certainly we want to play more polished, more precise football. So we've got to practice better, and we've got to keep coaching better, and we've got to keep working it better. We got to go get better, but 1-0. So questions, please.
Mario, to that end, you talk about, yes, you want to be more polished, more precise, but is there something to be said for, as much as it isn't always ideal, going through some adversity early in the year, going through adversity in the first half, things not going to plan, things not going right? Can that be important? Can those be important abilities?
I think every minute that we get together is really, really important. We're getting to see, being together now for, 7, 8 months, maybe 9, you're starting to see and feel how guys are, how they react, how to coach them to the best of your ability, how to give them the best chance for success. So you want struggle in some way, shape, or form. You just don't want to cause it to yourself. That's the biggest difference. And today, the angles that they create with some of their pressures, and they do a great job mixing up their coverages. You saw trap coverage, you saw 3 buzz, you saw all kinds of stuff, is that they create some really unique angles and with their pass rush lanes and their pressures, and we didn't adjust till later on in the second half and had some opportunities. Really wanted to score, obviously, on all those drives. We ended up kicking field goals. Good to have that. Good that Andy does that, but we want to finish with 7s. But we hurt ourselves, right? We block a guy, through the sideline, which we got to do a better job coaching. We coach him to finish. He finished them, out the other side. But so we got to, let go when we're on the sideline.
One quick follow. You said you like the adjustments. How much of the second half was that? How much of it was just simple, cleaner execution, better execution?
Oh, it's both. Just because from a coverage standpoint, it was, I'd say at least 50% different than what they showed on tape. They do a good job. I mean, their defense coordinator really mixes it up. He's a really good young coach. Coach Hall, I've known him for a long time. We knew he was going to have some guys and he was going to be ready to play. But again, overcoming that sluggishness, maybe a little bit of anxiety, because we work hard now. We go. And I thought we'd be a little bit more polished in the first half, but we weren't. And so what do? You go in there and you fix it, you come out. And I think we did a decent job in the second half, but did a great job on defense in the second half.
Secondary, you seem to do a couple balls that hung in the air for a bit, that you kind of gone after. Just your thoughts on their performance.
50-50. They got 50, we got 50. You've seen they've done that now to us a couple weeks in a row, right? Just shoot one up there, use their size, their length against some of our guys. But as the game progressed, Tyreek got his pick. DJ had a shot for his. No one got over the top of him. Thought we had a chance to make a great play. I know Corey went up for one. I know Porter went up for one. They saw it. They knew it was coming. But they made a play on us as on us on that one. So all in all, we got some work. We had some improvement, but certainly an area where people are coming after us, so we got to get better at it.
Mario, your running backs, Henry, Thad, and now Rooster, just run so physically and just don't want to give up. Just what can you say about that?
That we need to run harder. Quite honestly, when the Canes run hard, we're hard to stop, and it opens up everything for us, as we continue to grow and mature at the wide receiver position. Rooster, as you guys know, had been out for a while, and it was a game-time decision, and he did a really good job leading up to game day, and felt really good in pregame that he can go today. And when he was in there, he did some things that were really good and started to look like his old self. So we figure with another week of practice, we can get back another full-speed player and continue to enhance our run game.
Mario, Hakeem Nestor was on the sidelines today. What's his status? He's going to be okay going forward, or is that going to be a lingering thing?
Yeah, we feel he is. He got nicked up midweek in practice, and we thought we could get to game day and have a full-speed player. He wasn't there yet, so hopefully by tomorrow, by Monday, Tuesday, he will be.
Getting Zion back in, some of those tackle spots, just how important was that to get him in ahead of next week? And just how did you, obviously you haven't seen the film yet, but how do you feel about his performance?
It's important for guys to get reps. You know, Zion had a great spring, and he's missed all the time leading up to about 2 weeks ago. When you start getting real practice reps, and when you're an offensive lineman, you need those reps. We talked about set lines earlier. Those things are hard. They're different, right? You're blocking rangy players, different length, different speed, different size. And Zion, you know, he knocked a lot of the rust out today. It'll be hard to tell, you know, without watching the film how he did. I'm sure it was impactful. You know, I don't know what the statistics are or whatnot, but we ran the ball at times fairly well against what we call +1 looks, where they always had one extra guy in the box. Sometimes we RPO'd the guy, sometimes we didn't. Sometimes we just felt that we got to beat the guy with our running backs. And I think Zion overall just had a good game.
Can you talk about Inez Cooper? You guys were using him, I guess, as like a tight end.
Right. They run so many stunts, games, so much movement up front that we felt that the C and the D gap were going to have to be important controlling. And so Inez has really shown himself as a really reliable, tough, smart, and dependable player. And obviously he's about 355 pounds, you know, probably in moon pounds, but he's a big guy. You know, he could move some people. And we felt that if we could train him all week at the tight end position, that the C and D gaps could be something that we could expose throughout the course of the game. And it looks like we had more hits than misses, but it's a guy that's earned playing time. We want to get him on the field. So, yeah, that was him today, number 37.
How about Tyler, his performance today?
I thought Tyler did well. You know, he'd like to have that throw back the pick, right? We tried to hit the corner route. Safety got underneath it. And the shots that we had called, we had about 4 shots called where either we had a breakdown in protection or breakdown on the route itself. But, you know, we tried to get some out there. Flea Flicker, he threw it on the money. He had some other really good throws as well. You know, really proud of Restrepo because he got dinged up, you know, last week and a little bit in practice. And he went out there and he played, which shows the importance of Bouchard and him getting better and better. So, but Tyler, I think Tyler played a good game. Is it an elite performance by him? I don't think he'd tell you that. You know, you want to get on there and just see some of the reads and what he saw as it relates to coverage. Because when you play some of those rolled corner coverages, right, and that safety is late pushing to one side or another, you gotta see what he saw and then talk about assess it and go forward.
Hey Mario, big storyline in this week was Frank Gore Jr. and
Right.
Just coming off a great performance against Liberty. You guys held him to only 10 yards. How was the defense able to do that?
Well, those guys all week long and all camp long have been striking and coming out of their hips. We've gotten better in the weight room. We've gotten better with technique and certainly with scheme. And so have the linebackers. Tackling has been an issue, right? Last week it showed up so-so, and today I feel like we got better at that. But more importantly, we were squeezing out their gaps. They're a gap team. They're a wide zone team. They're a split zone team. And the best way to stop that is to take those gaps with those big lines. They're about 320 across the board. Is to take those guys, come out of your hips, press those holes, right? Press those bodies back and start squeezing out their stuff and make stuff bounce. And I think our guys did a fairly good job of that. And when they try to go wide zone as well, our perimeter players, play with tremendous burst and acceleration and got guys on the ground. Third down was still an issue in the first half. We saw that, right? They hit us with a couple pass plays. They broke contain early, which is something that we fixed as the game went on. So I think just the defense got better and better as the game went on. Okay, even that last drive when we played a lot of the guys that are on the 3s and 2s or whatnot just really showed up strong. So proud of the way those guys regrouped and went out there and played Hurricane football.
Mario, your last boss used to refer to it as rat poison.
Right.
Are you worried at all about the look-ahead factor this week? These are guys that are learning your system, learning your ways. I know you wouldn't want to go there.
Right.
You have to address it.
I think you got to just be on your, you always got to be on your toes about stuff because you just don't know, right? And as you're learning each other, Coach Saban, as you're referring to, right? Everything is rat poison, right? Because everyone's immediately, I don't know whose phone this is, but the moment you come out of anything, guys want to look at that thing for what? What is that affirmation of, right? The affirmation is what you put on film. That's your resume, and we really focus on being internally driven and gearing everything towards that, because everything outside of that, all the noise, the fluff, ain't going to help you when you're playing against really good football teams in crunch situations. So we get ahead of it by attacking it and bringing so much intensity and focus and pressure to practice that we try to somehow recreate what comes with big games and tough opponents. So, but that's always, I think, a concern, with the advent of social media and all the things that come with it.
Mario,
question for Coach.
Yeah, next week's your first road game. Anything to say on that? It's Texas A&M, Jimbo Fisher. I don't know if you faced him before. I'm sorry.
I don't believe so. Not as a head coach, but know each other. Tremendous amount of respect for him. Very talented football team. Most importantly, that we go back and we assess our film, right? Look at our holes, right? Where could we have been better today? Where can we firm up the things that we can be better at so we can operate at a high level in a very hostile environment, as we know, against a really talented football team, you know? But, no, we tremendous amount of respect for Coach Fisher and his team.
Thank you very much, Coach.
Okay, guys, thank you very much. Have a good day. Be safe.